Hey guys, I don't know. Hey Maylin, thank you for being here. I'm going to be totally honest with you. I am beyond frustrated this afternoon. I do not know why when I tell people how I have the worst luck in the world, if something can go wrong, it will go wrong. Yeah. So some of you know my lovely little story about Cash App and how I won't ever have a Cash App because of the issues I had. Even trying to open an account, never even had the damn account open. And they determined I violated terms of service. Oops, sorry. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to open a buy me a coffee site to make things easier for donations and such. And it says how easy it is to open one. So what do? I go to open one. I'm having nothing but problems. Angie says she opened hers, had no issues. Mine, I can't seem to get it done. I tried to attach a payment through Stripe, how it tells you to do it, have no problems. And then it tells me to go to my onboarding or whatever is pending. Then I get an email that says, your tasks aren't complete. I go to my dashboard to finish my tasks. Tells me it can't reach the URL. I've changed the name, even though the Buy Me a Coffee site says it's available. I've changed it like 10 times. And yet it still won't work. I don't know what it is about me having the worst luck in the world when it comes to this shit. And when I tell people about this stuff happening to me, they don't believe me that I could possibly have this shit happen to me this many times. But I'm telling you, I get so damn frustrated because this shit happens to me all the time. And sorry for the beginning of this, starting off with a rant, but I spent too much time on this yesterday trying to figure it out. Of course, they don't have a phone number, so I sent them a message last night, said I would get a response within 6 to 7 hours, and of course, it's been almost 24, and I've gotten no response. No one wants to help. I don't know what the freaking issue is. I mean, it's beyond frustrating. Especially when it says, oh, start your site. It takes 3 minutes. And I've been working on it for 24 hours off and on and can't get anyone to answer me as to why it's not working. Sorry. Like I said, I'm on a rant right now. It's really starting to piss me off. I just needed to get that out. Hopefully, at some point, I will get a freaking response from someone, and this will work one day, one time, soon enough. Yeah, sorry, I just saw this, Maylin. This is like an understatement. Like I want to punch a wall right now. Like this is how frustrated I am. Like I don't get what else can I possibly do? Stripe goes when you make the Buy Me a Coffee website. Hey Cassie. I don't know. Oh, sorry, hold on. I'm trying to get my thing. I have 2 phones going, my laptop, and I'm just if I could get somebody to do this for me, I would do it, but I can't, and I just don't know what else I could possibly do. And how do you set a URL on Buy Me a Coffee where it says the handle website URL is available? Then you it takes you straight to Stripe to hook up your payment. I get that taken care of, and I think I'm all good. Then it says tasks. And every time I change the handle, I get the same freaking email that says your task or your account's been paused. You have open tasks. And I get the same freaking task every time I change the handle. It says your URL is unreachable. Hey, Mary B. Hey, yeah, Cassie, I just saw your comment. You said Branson. So it's Brando. I got it. He's a cutie. He looks like my Tiger. I had a cat that looked just like him. It was calico, orange and white. His name was Tiger, but he was a little bitch. Let's put it that way. He was mean. He used to bite. It's bad. Anyway, I'm going to be done with my rant on trying to do this stupid website for now. I will deal with it later. But thank you for listening to me get that off my chest for a few minutes. Just so freaking pissed off. Yeah. So today we're going to take a break from the trial. And gingers are the best. Although, Mary B, now, I mean, because I don't have a cat, I just say us purple glare bears are the best. And then, you know, our ginger cats. If I get one. I really want to get one, but my last cat was a calico too, but it was black, orange, and white. It was a tiny little thing. I love that cat. I have to give it away when I got divorced, but she was a cutie too. Oh, see, this is when I need a cat. When you're pissed off because you can't get things to work right and like it just seems like everything's going wrong, cats always make you feel better. They always come up and snuggle you and they just, like, I don't know what it is. They make you happy. Hi, Scott. Thanks for coming, guys. Sorry, I'm going off on tangents right now. This is what happens when I get pissed. My mind goes every which way. I get like all discombobulated and I am lacking sleep. I got sleep finally the other night, fell asleep on Angie, missed her live, sleeping at my desk with my head on my desk, my phone in my hand. Oh my God. And then I was up last night watching the tubes. Then I had to work. And then I tried to sleep this morning. And then I was trying to do that, work on that to get to sleep, just to do something to put me to sleep. And I just got pissed. So then I didn't sleep. And now I'm just a mess. So excuse me, we're going to try and change my mood and get into this. This will at least take my mind off of my issues. Aw, yeah, that is such a cutie cat, I swear. Brando, welcome to the family. They'll have to meet Fiona. And why? See, Fiona's the only one that gets airtime. Freya's the other one. I was like, I always forget the other one. Fiona and Freya. I don't know why I can't remember that, considering I used to love the originals. Freya is one of the sisters. It's easy to remember that way. Hi, Terry. Hey, Shelly. You're a mess too? Yeah, we all have these days. I just, ranting about it for 10 minutes gets it off my chest, so I appreciate you listening. Whether it's going in one ear and out the other, I don't care. At least I got it off my chest. And I can just deal with it later. If anyone knows or has made one of these accounts and can tell me what the hell I'm apparently doing wrong, I would greatly appreciate it. You can message me on Discord or email me. I don't care. But whatever the issue is, I don't know why I always have these problems. It's always me. I'm always the one that has like, we're going to ban you for violating terms of service, even though you never used the account. But we're going to ban you because you have gambling problems, like the Cash App issue. Oh, my God. Well, I hope not too, Maylin. I mean, geez, oh Pete's. It's insane what I have had to go through. I mean, people don't have PayPal. I'm trying to do other things. Cash App's not going to happen. Venmo, apparently, even though PayPal owns Venmo, they banned or got rid of, discontinued, whatever you want to say. I don't know, when whoever was with me when we had worked on Katie, because she had Venmo, I found a way you can send Venmo to PayPal with the Visa Plus thing. Well, apparently now, as of February 26th of this year, that's gone away with. It's done and over. Like, if you're going to own two different companies, why aren't you going to at least make it possible to send people money from one to the other? It's so dumb. So dumb. So here's me thinking everyone's got this, buy a copy. Someone recommended it to me, said open one of these. It says it takes 3 minutes. So I go to do it, and here 24 hours later, I'm still having issues. You're getting the hang of that knee scooter? Oh my God, when I used to work in the office, I'll tell you how many people used to bang into everything on those, coming in on those for the first time. It takes some getting used to. You're a pro now? Woohoo. She's a freaking pro. How's your ice machine? Aren't those wonderful inventions? Oh my God. When I saw one of those for the first time, I was like, what the hell? Why weren't these made a long time ago? If you've never seen an ice machine, look it up, because these things are freaking amazing. If you have to have surgery, instead of having to worry about getting ice in a baggie or annoying ice packs, reusable ice packs that never stay cold for longer than 5 minutes. Oh, good, pain is gone. Awesome. So glad to hear it. So glad to hear it. Getting through the painful part of surgery is always the worst, because you never know. I mean, everyone recovers differently, especially depending on the procedure you had. And putting screws in a plate is not a fun thing. Tell you, I haven't had that done. I've had both my hips replaced. So I've been part metal for a long time, Mary B. You just get to join the club. Oh, you know what? If you guys haven't seen, I'll show you, just so if no one's seen these ice machines, I'll show you what they're really cool. You have to, like, normally your insurance companies will pay for them, for you to rent them, because to buy one, they're ridiculously expensive. But for after surgery, most insurance companies pay for you to rent it. But they're amazing. So let me see. These are shoulder ones. I see a leg one. I'm sure they got a leg. Bear with me a moment. Let me just share my screen. So these things, like, they have them for like every part of the body after after your surgeries. Like the leg ones are the ones that are best. So what they do, this is probably one of the best ones, just to show like what they are. So you got a little cooler thing. It fills with water, and then why won't this stupid picture enlarge? I'm getting pissed now. Hold on. Oh, now I'm having laptop issues. Wonderful. Hold on a minute. This one's better. So if you see, you got a little machine. It like you put water in it, makes it cold, and then you have like it's almost like a brace, and then it pumps the water in there and just keeps the whole area nice and cold so that you don't have to worry about, ice melting on you if you use real ice. And like I said, those stupid reusable ice packs are ridiculous. They never stay cold long enough. You got 3 of them in your closet. These are, I mean, I'm telling you, they help recovery from surgery like tenfold. They're amazing. Yeah, if you definitely contact your insurance company. What you want to do is ask your doctor, like the surgeons that I worked for, what they do is after surgery just write a script for it, and then you take it to like medical supply store, like depending on where you live. I don't know, we probably have all different medical supply stores, and you just take the script for it to your supply store, and then they'll run it through your insurance. Most insurance cover these for a certain amount of time post-op, and they're just amazing. Most have been on your stomach. Oh yeah. I mean, they pretty much have these for every part of the body. I wouldn't be surprised if they have some sort of one for the waist, but I mean, I can Google it here in a second. Reminds me of the ghetto version of the machine that my physical therapist has at Oh, you know what, Mary B, that's a good one. And this is a good advice. I had plantar fasciitis really, really bad a little while ago. And one of the biggest tips that my physical therapist gave to me was to do that, to freeze the 12-ounce water bottles. Just pour out a little bit of the water, make sure there's a little bit so that you have the water doesn't blow up the bottle. And then freeze it, and then you roll it in the mornings when you get out. Like if anyone's had that pain in the arches, because I have super high arches, if you ever have that pain in your arches, in the minute you take that first step in the morning, and it's like sharp sword going right up there. Oh my God. So what she told me to do was freeze water bottles in the morning, get them and just rub your feet on them, roll them. They just like a massage cold roller. And I'm telling you, it was an amazing trick, I'll tell you. Yeah, when you broke it. Yeah, I'm telling you, if you ever have surgery or a broken bone, you need ice on some major part of your body or a large portion of your body, these are amazing things. Oh, Norco, yeah. I, you know, wait, what was that answer to? I don't even see what the answer to is. Oh, about medication. But yeah, most times now with so many doctors are so afraid to prescribe controlled substances and narcotics nowadays that I have seen people go through replacement surgeries and not anything stronger than a Motrin 800 after they leave the hospital, which I think is insane. Okay, it's the doctor's responsibility to make sure your patient isn't suffering, one, and then two, to make sure that they're taking their medication properly and that they end up finishing it when they don't need it anymore. And that is all on the doctor to follow up. But if you make your patient go home and suffer, they are not going to heal properly. I have loads and loads of opinions. I could go off for the next several hours about that. Several of you already know my issues with healthcare and the things I've dealt with for years and years and years, being misdiagnosed and treated poorly by doctors who just didn't give a shit. But I'm not going to get into that today. Today's not for that. Okay, so let me get rid of this for a second. Hold on a moment. So I got the Karen Reed files up, the Google Drive. I'm not sure where you guys want to start, but when I started going through this drive, I started with the Canton PD audio, which is probably the quickest and easiest to get through. If you guys have something specific that you would like to start with, just let me know. But the Canton PD audio is the first on the list and quickest and easiest to go through. And one of the biggest takeaways that I had on that was the fact that the very first mention of the address, 34 Fairview, was correct. But then each subsequent time it was incorrect, which doesn't make sense. Like, how do you have it correct the first time and then it changed to it being wrong, like incorrect? Like, I'm very, very confused by that. They sent you home too early. Yeah. And see, that's another problem. Along with doctors sending their patients home in pain, hospitals want you out. They want you out as fast as possible. They are sending people home too early. I mean, I've seen people. I had a C-section in 2003. I was in the hospital for 2.5 days, and I was ready to go home. But I have seen people have C-sections and go home the same night now. Like, that is insane. It literally makes me speechless. You can't do that. There are so many things that can go wrong post-op, especially post-op patients who can spike a fever very quickly. It's just wrong. Hey, Jeannie. Thanks for coming. Okay, I'm going to get off my soapbox about healthcare. Like I said, I could go on for hours and hours and hours about that. That'll be for another day and time. Does anyone have any other suggestions, or should we just start with the Canton audio, the Canton PD audio? If I don't see anyone's suggestion, we're just going to start here. And what I do, I'm just going to go in order, okay? And if you guys hear anything that you think should be pointed out, please type it in the chat and we'll stop. Oops, hold on, guys. I got to share it. Hold on.
Hi, my name is Carrie. I'm calling because my friend's boyfriend did not come home last night. They were at Waterfalls, and now she is calling me hysterical because she doesn't know where he is. You didn't pick anybody up by the name of John O'Keefe, did you?
John O'Keefe?
Yeah, he's a Boston cop, and he would be on foot, but...
No.
I think he probably got a ride and passed out at someone's house. I don't know, but...
Yep, no, we didn't lock anybody up or anything like that. And where does he live?
He lives on Meadow, right off the Pleasant.
He lives on Meadow, off of Pleasant. Okay, and is the wife home? You said his girlfriend?
It's his girlfriend, yeah. They were out having drinks, and then she left and expected him to come home at some point, and he never did.
Yep.
And so I said to her, you know, my husband had been out with him earlier in the night, but then he came home, and he has custody of his niece and nephew because their parents passed away.
Okay.
And so she's home with the niece and nephew, and they're old enough to be home. It's just she's nervous because he never even called the niece.
Yeah.
So she's like, I feel like something happened. And I said, okay. Well, so he called the area hospital. Nobody has him. I personally think he probably someone probably picked him up and he passed out. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. We're in the middle of
where's this, he didn't drive last night?
No.
No. Okay. I mean,
No.
yeah, I mean, again, it's more, it would be driven by you. She would have to, call in, or come to the station, and talk to us. But I mean, as of right now, it's more, he just didn't come home last night. Is this common sometimes?
Exactly.
Happen with him?
No. That's why. Since he didn't tell his niece. That's kind of why she's more freaking out. So I figured I called the area hospital. I said I would call Canton police just to make sure he didn't get picked up. But like I said, he's a Boston police officer. He knows a bunch of people. Anybody could have picked him up.
Yeah.
Freaking it out.
Okay.
Apparently they were having a blizzard party of some sort.
Yeah. No.
I don't know.
Unfortunately, I wasn't there. I was stuck here. But we didn't get any calls, anything like that. Nobody was arrested or anything like that.
Okay.
All righty.
All right. Well, thank you.
All right. No problem. Good luck.
Okay.
See ya.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay, so that was the first initial call, obviously, by Kelly Roberts. We're looking for John O'Keefe.
I don't see blankets, Terry.
911. What's emergency?
Yes, I need someone to come immediately to 34 Fairview Road, Canton, Mass.
What's going on?
There's a guy unresponsive in the snow.
In the snow,
Guy.
34.
He passed out. Yes,
Just every time I hear this,
resident. Yes, I
can't
just
believe
pulled
she
up and
said
found
that.
it.
Okay, 34 Fairview.
34 Fairview, Canton, Mass. Yes.
911 is unrecorded. Where's your emergency? Hello?
Yes, I'm sorry. Can you come to 34 Fairview Road in Canton?
34 Fairview?
Yes, there's a man unresponsive in the snow.
Okay. Is he blue at all?
Yeah, you've got to get here. Okay.
Okay. What's going on? Is he face down?
We just flipped him over.
Okay.
And there's where she says she
And
flipped him
who's that in the
over,
background? Is that someone related?
Okay, that's his
I still don't
girlfriend.
know.
His name is John and
I'd
HIggins.
really like to know if they
Okay,
did
how old
flip
is he?
him over or not.
John is 46 years old.
46. How long has he been outside?
I don't know. I don't know. He got out of the car and
Is he
it could be
breathing?
a couple of hours. Is he Carrie? Is he? I don't know if he's breathing. There are two women trying to.
And mind you, on the 911 call, Jen McCabe is over by the car. The two, Carrie and Karen, are by John on the lawn of the Alberts house in front of the window where they sleep, supposedly with a dog. So picture that. And you can hear Karen all the way on this 911 call screaming. And yet those two people and the dog never woke up. Right.
Do his body heat, and they're hysterical.
Okay. Can you just try to ask him? I know it's tough, but we already have the fire.
Yeah, they're hysterical and you're not. Why is that?
department going. They just got to know if he's breathing.
Is he breathing, you guys? It doesn't seem to be breathing.
Okay, do they know how to do CPR? Do they want to attempt CPR?
Can you guys, Carrie, get up. Can you guys do CPR? No, I guess he's gone.
Okay, they don't feel comfortable doing so?
See, I does anyone else wonder why she whispered that? Do you notice how she didn't change her voice to like the tone, like how quiet or loud she was? The volume, sorry, thank you. There we go. Volume of her voice until she says, I think he's gone. Like when Carrie, if you guys watched yesterday, Carrie Roberts testifies that she goes right over to John and starts doing chest compressions. And then Karen does mouth to mouth. But according to Jen on this 911 call, they're just hysterical. They're not doing CPR already by this time because she's declining and she just asked them if they can do it. And then whispers No, I think he's gone. Like, why did she whisper that? She didn't want them to hear it because she knew he was gone. That's what goes through my mind. Like, why else would you change the volume of your voice just for that statement?
Control to Canton 683.
Yeah.
683.
Yeah, we're
Stop
going to
making
hear
your
it.
way to
Hang on.
34th Fairview Road for an unresponsive male
Okay, hold
party.
on.
So,
I want you guys to hear this. This is the very first audio that mentions the address via two-way radio of the police department.
Control to Canton 683. You start making your way to 34th Fairview Road for an
34 Fairview Road.
unresponsive male party in the snow. 695, can you slide that way as well? Got it.
So the very first mention of the address is 34 Fairview Road, which is correct. Now, every other time it becomes incorrect. Like someone said, hey, say 32. Or specifically told whoever it was, nope, it's not 34, it's 32 on purpose.
Control to 692. Can you return here? Yep.
Roger.
Wait, what? No, it was on the last call we just heard. Okay, when Good transfers Jen, she said, I think he is dead, in a whisper right after she said there's a man. Oh, I was thinking that, okay, because there's two recordings of the 911 call. And I thought that's what you were talking about. Hold on, let me go back because I want to, at the very beginning then, was what you're saying. Okay, hold on.
I don't see blankets, Terry.
911, what's emergency?
Yes, I need someone to come immediately to 34 Fairview Road, Canton, Mass.
What's going on?
There's a guy unresponsive in the snow.
In the snow at
He
34th?
passed out, yes, 34, the Albert resident, yes. I just pulled up in town.
She said right there, it says he passed out. I never heard, that's funny that as many times as I've listened to this, I never heard that. Hold on, watch, listen to.
I don't see blankets, Terry.
911, what's emergency?
Yes, I need someone to come immediately to 34 Fairview Road, Canton, Mass.
What's going on?
There's a guy unresponsive in the snow.
In the snow at 34th?
He passed out, yes, 34, the Albert resident.
Okay, yeah, right. No, that's the first one where they transfer to, because when she calls 911, she gets sent to the wrong dispatch, 911 dispatch. So yes, I know what you're talking about. Okay, so that one's on here too. Don't worry. But this, I just heard that. Did you guys hear that? Hold on. I want you guys to hear that. I never heard this.
I don't see blankets, Terry.
Oh, okay.
911, what's emergency?
Yes, I need someone to come immediately to 34 Fairview Road, Canton, Mass.
What's going on?
There's a guy unresponsive in the snow.
In the snow at
He
34.
passed out. Yes, sir.
He passed out. Did you hear that though? I've listened to this call probably 30 times and I never heard that until just now. So thank you, Maylin, for having me go back. Okay.
For the Albert resident. Yes, I just pulled up and found him.
Okay.
The Albert residence, I just pulled up and found him. Funny, because no, she didn't. She admits on the stand that she would never have seen him if Karen hadn't said, stop the car. Okay, right here. Right, Maylin? Okay, she's transferring him. Yeah.
34 Fairview.
34 Fairview, Canton, Mass.
See, he confirms 34 Fairview. 34 Fairview. She even says, ironically enough, she says the Albert's house. She says it's the Albert's house, like they know whose house it is. So all of this is in the recording. She verifies, he verifies, it's 34 Fairview. It's mentioned in the very first two-way radio call that it's 34 Fairview, and then every other time after that, it's 32.
In Mass, yes.
911 is on recorded. Where's your emergency? Hello?
Yes, I'm sorry. Can you come to 34 Fairview Road in Canton?
34 Fairview?
Yes, there's a man unresponsive in the snow.
Okay. Is he blue at all?
I heard it.
Yeah, you've got to get here, okay?
Okay. What's going on?
Just totally
Yes,
hold on.
34 Fairview Road in Canton.
34 Fairview?
Yes, there's a man unresponsive in the snow.
Okay. Is he blue at all?
Yeah, you've got to get here, okay?
Okay.
I think he's dead. You got to get here, okay? Wow. So I'm going to have to reanalyze this phone call now because I just heard two full things that I still never heard. When you try to listen, sometimes you miss things on because you're trying too hard to hear what they're saying. At least that's for me. And I think that's what happened. Every time I was trying to hear what Karen Reed was saying in the background in some of these, because you can hear her, but none of it is audible. But I was trying to see if I could make out anything she said. And I think that's why I must have missed anything that Jen said too quietly. And what's funny, not funny, haha, but you know what I mean, is that in the beginning, before she's transferred, she says he's passed out. And then less than 60 seconds later, she's saying, I think he's dead. You need to come, or you need to hurry. Yeah, see, and that's why I was focusing so much on them in the background that I totally missed these things that she said. I heard the first one that I pointed out when because she lowered her voice. It's so obvious that she took her voice. She was loud. Her volume was loud. And then she whispers that. And I'm like, why? Why did you change your volume? Yeah. All right. So let's go back. I'm gonna have to evaluate the whole first minute or two again. But let's see, where were we? Some of these two-way radios, that's why these are gonna go quick. They don't say much, they're just, repeating information. It's really quick between officers. So
Control 2692. Can you return here?
Me too, Shelley. I wish they would have been asked a lot of questions, but lawyers unfortunately have to pick and choose at some point what's the most important, And I mean, look at how many people are analyzing this stuff right now, and new things are coming up every single day. Look at the waterfall video. So that's why all these eyes and ears, that's why Lupo Lawyer and Samantha Beningo are, constantly talking about it, sharing the stuff from the Google Drive and that, so that the more eyes on this, the more likely it's to get completely solved. So maybe, even it takes a long time, one day, maybe getting enough eyes, different perspectives on this stuff will help.
Roger.
I think that's the one I just played. Sorry, guys.
Canton police officer, Denver Compliance recording.
Kelly, it's Paul. What's the address of that scene? Is it by his house or is it on Fairview? Because Lieutenant's asking me what's going on Fairview.
Yep, it's 32 Fairview Road.
See? And this is a really good one, okay? Because the officer is calling in to find out where it is. And the first thing he asks, that's what's most important, is if it's on his property. And listen to what he says, okay? I'm going to start it over. Listen to this.
Canton police officer, Denver Compliance recording.
Kelly, it's Paul. What's the address of that scene? Is it by his house or is it on Fairview? Because Lieutenant's asking me what's going on Fairview.
Yep, it's 32 Fairview Road.
And that's Dever saying 32 after it was verified several times being 34 and being reported via two-way radio 34. So what made the change?
Okay, so it's not even his house.
Okay, so it's not even his house. So from the last time the address was mentioned, it was mentioned correctly. The very next time it's mentioned is to an officer, basically worried. Is it on the cop's lawn? Is it on a cop's lawn? Is it on his house or on, at his house? And he's given the wrong address. And he says, oh, good, basically. Thank God. So it's not even at his house. Like, time to party. Like, seriously, these people.
Perfect. I'm on my way. Thank you.
Perfect. It's not at his house. I mean, the audacity of these freaking people. Well, he says, you think they're referring to John's house? Well, he says, what? If I'm mistaken, if I'm taking it the wrong way, Mary B, if you guys think please tell me, because if I am, I need to know. I'm taking it as he's checking the address because he says, what's going on Fairview? He doesn't say Meadow. So hold on here.
Kelly, it's Paul.
Police officer, Denver Compliance recording.
Kelly, it's Paul. What's the address of that scene? Is it by his house or is it on Fairview? Because Lieutenant's asking me what's going on Fairview.
Yep, it's.
Oh, see, thank you, Mary B. Okay. See, I miss it. I missed it until you pointed it out, where I'm paying attention to every word he says. So here we go. Thank you. He says,
Kelly, it's Paul. What's the address of that scene? Is it by his house or is it on Fairview?
Is it by his house or on Fairview? Okay, see, I get it now. Okay, so what he's saying is, Is it at John's house or at Fairview, on Fairview? Now that makes sense. I get that now. Got it. Okay, let me listen to the rest of it now in the right context.
Because Lieutenant's asking me what's going on Fairview.
Yep, it's 32 Fairview Road.
Okay, so it's not even his house. Okay, perfect.
It's not even his house. But see, I still, like, to me, like, that's where my mind straight went, was like, oh, well, they gave him the wrong address. It was changed in between this call and the last call where his address was mentioned. So that's where my mind went. But I definitely see now when he asks, is it his house? He could have definitely meant, is it John's house or on Fairview? Got it. So what he's saying here is it's not even at John's house. And that's where I'm seeing your comment. I think the officers went to John's house thinking the scene was there. Got it. See, I never heard that. And we're only, we're not even halfway through the trial yet. So I have a lot to watch. Everything right now, every one of my opinions right now is obviously going to change. Well, can change based on what I see coming up, things like that. And I just have to reiterate again that this is why I love doing this, because, and what I just said, the more eyes and ears on this, the better, because one person can see it one way and another person can point out, like to me, and say, I think you're misinterpreting it because of this. And then I can reevaluate. And I love that. I love it. Because that way I'm not evaluating more evidence, thinking things incorrectly. It was changed to 34 or 32 and deeper. Yeah, exactly. That's my point. Gotcha. See, I didn't know that, Maylin. Mary B said that too. Cops went to John's house first. I did not know that. Delay of time to save a life if possible. Every second matters. 100%, Scott. I got you, boo. See, delay of time to save a life if possible. Every second matters. Yes, got you. It's definitely important that we have to say it twice. You guys are awesome. All right, so next we have, where was I? I don't want to click on the wrong thing. Hold on. This one we already have.
Canton Police Officer Devin Flines recording.
It's Paul. What's the address of that scene? Is it by his house or is it on Fairview? Because Lieutenant's asking me what's going on Fairview.
Yep, it's 32 Fairview Road.
Okay, so it's not even his house. Okay, perfect. All right, I'm on my way. Thank you.
All right, sounds good. Bye.
I still don't. Why did he say perfect? It's so weird.
The Flines recording. Where's your emergency?
It's in Canton.
All right, in Canton, what's going on?
You guys, trigger warning. Trigger warning. This is the Bill Reed 911 call about Karen Reed and her mental state. It is very heartbreaking to listen to. So mute or come back in a few minutes, whichever works if you don't want to hear it. So I apologize.
There's a police officer at my daughter dates. His name is John O'Keefe. She's devastated. She just called me. They found him dead in the snow, and she's threatening to take her life. Please, somebody's got to get there.
Okay, what's the address?
My heart's with you.
I can't help you. I don't know. I'm her father.
Okay, what's your daughter's name?
Karen Reed, R-E-A-D, and the police officer is John O'Keefe. He lives in Canton. He's a Boston police officer. She found him dead in the snow. She's threatening to take her life, and there's 2 young children. He lost his sister 9 years ago, and he lost his brother-in-law 3 months after that. They've been the caretaker.
Okay.
I'm in Dayton with my wife, and I can't get there.
That's okay. We have officers on scene at that right now. I'm not sure what's going on. I don't know the status or anything like that. But what's your daughter's name, Karen?
Karen, she's got to be in protective custody. Someone's got to get to her.
Are you aware of a party on scene or the caller named Karen? I have a father on the line. She's been making suicidal comments. Do you know a location for her?
Yeah, she's with a party. Won't be able to get a hold of her.
Received. Okay, I just spoke with my officer. She is with people on scene. I'm not exactly sure what's going on. I'm going to follow up with him just to make sure that everything's being handled appropriately and that she's not alone. Can I get your information?
Please, ma'am.
What's your first name?
Bill or William?
Yep, and your last name?
Reed, R-E-A-D.
And phone number. All right, and you live in Dayton?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I did confirm that she is with people right now so that before I hang up the phone with you, I can at least tell you that she is in a secured environment. But give me just a moment. It's hard to communicate over the radios right now. We're having trouble with transmitters and everything else because of the storm. I'm going to give my sergeant a call on his cell phone because he's on the scene. And I can follow up with you to let you know exactly what's going on to make sure that you're aware of what's happening on the scene with your daughter, okay? Hello? Hello?
Okay, so I have a few things to say about that because she does call him back. Oh, Jeannie, you're good. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, she says, notice that on the 911 call, Jen says he got put out of the car. How would she know that? She says quite a few things that are mind-boggling to say the least, but I think give away quite a bit. But I'm not going to do evaluations of everything. This is for all of you guys to kind of hear what I've been going over and anything you guys definitely want to hear because there is a lot. It's going to take a long time to go through all of this stuff. So, I mean, I will continue to do it bit by bit live if you guys want me to. It's just if you guys want me to, let me know. But I thought we could at least do some of the things I thought were important, and I know a couple of you asked about. So, but specifically speaking of the call with Mr. Reed, got out of the car. Yeah, I got you, Jeannie. Yeah. Is that if you listen to that call and you pay attention to the demeanor of Deborah, I never know which is right. I always remind myself to remind it with ever, and then can't remember if that's the right one or the wrong one. So I think it's Deborah. So, but anyway, her demeanor is calm and non-defensive, considering what we saw of her on the stand, she seemed just in control, doing her job, non-emotional, but not in a bad way. You know what I'm saying? Because she is an officer, she's trying to relay information without putting emotion into it, which is what they have to do, unfortunately. Not unfortunately, it helps them get the job done, not to get emotional on the job. But she was not rude. She was pleasant. She was calm, and there's another call we're going to listen to where she calls him back because you see they got disconnected somehow. And I think that at this point she was given the wrong address, and when it went from 34 to 32, Deborah was the first one to say 32, but someone had to give her 32. So whoever had it right, whoever had it right and then gave her the information is the one that I would think deliberately changed it from 34 to 32 so that she had it wrong for the rest of the morning, day, whatever. Thanks, Maylin. Yes. I appreciate you all. Please hit the like button. And again, here's my grift. I can always use a little help. I'm still waiting on my stinking refund from my stupid phone company. I was on the phone with them too yesterday, which is another reason I was so aggravated. I have PayPal right now. There's the PayPal QR code in the right top corner. I have a link and a ticker at the bottom. And I also have a link to my PayPal in my bio. If anyone wanted to use a link via email, all you have to do is send me an email, which I will type in the chat. I think it's in my bio. I keep forgetting to check. But I'll type it in a second. So Maylin says, I felt she did a great job on the call. I do too. I think that she did her job exactly the way that you would expect someone to take a call like that. Yeah, I think so too. I saw that your comment. Yep. Definitely. Looks like we're all kind of in agreement on that one. Hold on, I'm trying to type with one hand. Give me a second. And if anyone wants to join my Discord, I also have a Discord. You can email me and I will send you a link. All right, here we go. See, I didn't even finish. So as I said, any little bit always helps. Right now, I appreciate more than anything you guys being here. If you like, subscribe, and definitely share to anyone you might think might like the channel. I'm trying to get up to 500 subscribers so I can get monetized. But again, right now, any donations helps. It goes towards my payments towards the StreamYard, which I just found out I do have to upgrade, unfortunately, to the $80 a month plan instead of the $44 at some point within the next probably couple weeks to continue streaming the way I am streaming. They very limit you, as you guys saw, that limits you on the free, which I had to upgrade to the pay per month. And now, because I'm streaming as much as I am and trying to do things on StreamYard that I think would help, appease the chat and what we're doing here with the trial, and using my Canva to work on my other videos for the psych lessons. That's another monthly payment. So just so you guys know, those that have sent anything, I know Mary and Cheryl, I so appreciate what you have sent. And then if anyone does, I very much appreciate in advance and to let you know that's what it would be going for. So I truly appreciate you all. All right, so back to that. That's my grift for the day. Here we go.
Canton control to Canton 682.
682.
Are you aware of a party on scene or the caller named Karen?
Affirmative.
I have her father on the line. She's been making suicidal comments. Do you know a location for her?
Yeah, she's with a
with the party. Won't be able to get a hold of her.
Received.
Portal can control.
Control on.
Can you start FD to this location? We're going to section that body.
Roger.
Does anyone know what he said there? Hold on.
Control on.
Can you start FD to this location? We're going to section that body.
Can someone, something, location, we're going to section that body. I'm assuming you're talking about Karen. They're going to section her, but I couldn't hear that one part, but I don't think it's really
Roger.
important.
Public communication record line.
Hi, it's the Canton Police.
Hi.
We're looking to get an ambulance to 32 Fairview Road for a section.
For a section, you guys on scene?
Yes, I think, no.
I have to say this too, because doesn't it sound like she's reading the address off of like something that's written, because of the way she has to like when I hear her say the address, it's almost like it's written in chicken scratch, where she can't read the name of the street, where she has to go, it's 32 Fairview. She didn't remember it when she said it earlier, and like she's trying to read it but can't read it, so she had to like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just weird the way she says it. So I wonder who wrote it down for her, and if they have, you know, if it was in a note or a log or whatever written that way. Besides the printout log, which we all know in court said 32. Like, I'm talking about a written one.
No idea what's going on right now. I believe that there was a party found deceased in a snowbank, and the caller is making suicidal statements now.
The female caller?
Yeah.
And it said that 32 Fairview for that female caller for the section.
Yep.
All right, well, we'll start them out there.
All right, perfect. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Can't control the Canton.
Hello.
Sure.
Hello.
Sorry, one moment. It's the Canton Police. SC is en route.
Hello.
Okay, so I just got disconnected from you guys. This is the Canton Police.
Yeah.
I wanted to let you guys know just an update on what I have. I did just speak with my sergeant.
Yes.
I'm not sure if it was your husband that called or what's going on here, but
Yeah, my husband called.
okay, and is your daughter's name, is it Kara?
Yes, Karen.
Karen, okay, so she's going to get sectioned, which means that she's going to be brought to the hospital after making suicidal statements. We have the fire department en route now, and they will be bringing her to the hospital.
Okay. There are there's 2 children there.
How old are the kids?
One is about 9, and the other one is about 13.
Okay.
The girl is 13, and the boy is 9.
And is there anybody else in the house?
I don't know, because when she called us, somebody was talking to her. I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you said.
How long ago did she call you guys?
Oh, probably 10 minutes ago.
15 minutes ago.
I believe
Yeah, but
our officers are probably already on scene at that point. We have
okay.
at least 4 officers on scene right now. We even have people who are not on duty responding. So
Okay.
I know we have people on scene, and everything with the children will be taken care of appropriately.
Okay.
Once again, I'm like in a little room miles away, so it's hard to know exactly what's going on. But I did want to just make sure you guys know, like, your daughter is being sectioned, and she will be taken by ambulance to the hospital and to a safe environment.
Okay, that's great. I mean, whatever happened, thank you.
Yeah, no worries. Once again, I have no idea what's going on scene. It's been kind of one of those nights where just everything's taking place and lines are getting disconnected. But that's the only information I have for now. If she doesn't provide what hospital she's going to you guys, just give me a call back and I can try and find that information out. But it will probably.
Okay, hold on, guys. That got cut off again. I don't know what they had a lot of things that got cut off.
Canton control to Canton 682.
682.
SD is en route.
Sure. Go again.
SD is en route.
Thank you. Control to 682 the control.
Control's on.
Kelly, if you look at my station, you see the first 911 call for 34 Fairview. Time-wise.
Whoa, hold on.
Stand by.
Kelly, if you look at my station, you see the first 911 call for 34 Fairview.
He just said 34. Who was this? Hold on.
Control to 682 the control. Control to 682 the control.
Control's on.
Kelly, if you look at my station, you see the first 911 call for 34 Fairview. Time-wise.
Stand by.
Who was that on the radio? Hold on. Doesn't say. Does anyone know who was on that radio for that call? Didn't it sound like Sergeant Good? And he said the correct address. That's what I thought it sounded like. You guys both, okay, you agree. Thank you. He said, do you hear or do you have the 911 call, the first 911 call for the 34 Fairview? He said the correct address. Oh my God. Yeah. Because like I said, we all know the very first mention the address by him is 34. It's correct. And then as soon as Deborah takes over, it's magically 32. Wow. And it's almost like, I don't know. I mean, maybe it's a stretch, but I swear it's like this is where my mind goes because of all this shit. Did he deliberately say it back to her correctly? Because he knows that she's been reporting it wrong, so he wants to look like, well, he had it right. You're good, Maylin. Okay, here we go. Next.
Control to 682. Looks like the call came in at 6:04 a.m.
And all that was is her saying that the first call came in at 6:04 a.m. The one, I'm assuming that's the one by Jen. 100%, Jeannie. Yeah. I'm sorry, yeah. Once you go beyond one coincidence in the same, like, it becomes very hard to believe, let alone 100 coincidences.
Control to 682.
682.
Looks like the call came in at 6:04 a.m.
Roger. Thank you. It's mine. Can't picture it.
Corporate Communications recorded by Dispatcher Merrick.
How you doing, Canton PD?
Hey, how are you?
Good. I had a question. I was wondering if you guys could you tell me who was in the ambulance with that kid, who they found on the snowbank?
Okay.
Or can you have one of the firefighters call here, maybe? One of the state police guys wants to talk to him.
But, like, who they transported, you mean?
Yeah, they wanted to see what his injuries were firsthand. So it's whoever was in the back of the ambulance with the kid. From
hang on.
what was it, 32 Fairview? 32 Fairview.
Gotcha. Hang on one second. Let me just look at that.
Good morning, sunshine. I love Baker. I haven't seen one yet. We're going through the Karen Reed Google Drive right now. We just started off audio, the Canton audio PD, the Canton PD audio. Oh, sorry. I stopped that one by accident. Here we go back. Hold on.
It's mine. Homework. They're talking to whoever made the run. So it just needs to know who's in the back of the ambulance.
We don't have any information for who he is, but I can give you the headquarters numbers for the station if you want to call them there.
Okay.
We might have that. Are you ready for it?
Yep.
It's 781.
Yep.
575.
Yep.
6654.
All right. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Bye.
Now, my question with that is, why are they calling to get info on his injuries? Like, it's just weird to me. They want to talk to the EMT that was in the ambulance with him to get info on his injuries. Like this, like they're not even done working on him at this point, and they already want to, like, why? Because someone may have whispered in someone's ear, you know, like,
Canton Police Officer Driver, the client's recording.
Oh, hi. Hey, this is Kathy over at Good Samaritan. We just received a patient over here on the Section 12 from you guys.
Yep.
And I just want to clarify the name because our name is different from your name. So I have...
Honestly, right now in dispatch we have a ton going on, but the only information I've had so far is that her name is Karen.
All right, because the paper documentation on the section is Karen Gilbert, so her name, I guess.
What's weird, Jeannie? I missed your comment. Sorry, I didn't look at it soon enough. You said, now that's weird. I don't know which one you're talking about. I'm sorry. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Jeannie. Like, why that quick? Like, it's almost as if we all know that this was quickly trying to be a setup towards blaming the girl, right? Pinning on the girl, right? But that call itself, when he just got into the hospital, they're still working on him, and Canton PD is calling like, I need to talk to who was in the back of the ambulance. You know, I need to know what his injuries were, almost as if I need to talk to the person in the back of the ambulance to, like, you know, get the story straight. Yeah. Thank you. Exactly. Sounds like they are worried he might say something. The one okay, got you. Yeah. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't something I missed. Oh, damn, I keep clicking out of it by accident. Sorry, guys.
Canton Police Officer Driver, the client's recording.
Oh, hi. Hey, this is Kathy over at Good Samaritan. We just received a patient over here on the Section 12 from you guys.
Yep.
And I just want to clarify the name because our name is different from your name. So I have...
Honestly, right now in dispatch we have a ton going on, but the only information I've had so far is that her name is Karen.
All right, because the paper documentation on the section is Karen Gilbert, so her name, I guess, our facility saying it's Karen Reed, so I don't know.
The last name of her parent that called us when she was getting sectioned is Reed, so I'm not sure what happened on scene, but her dad and mom's last names are both Reed, so it would make sense, but I'm not sure where the last name on scene came from.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, and so apparently, if anyone was asking, I asked around when I first heard that because it was also mentioned in Link's audio from his cruiser, the name Gilbert, because I thought he actually was saying something completely different. But apparently Gilbert was the street, or at least this is what I was told. So if this is wrong, or if someone knows this for sure, let me know. I was told that Gilbert came from possibly the street name of Karen's parents. I think that's where they got that from, or at least that's what I think. That's what I was told.
Thank you.
All right, if we get any more information, I'll give you guys a call.
That would be awesome. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
All right, bye.
Again, 682 to control. All right, we'll all be clear from 34 Fairview. He's going to sign me an off.
You said 34 too. Wow.
They're working on that.
Roger that.
Hold on, I just want to hear this beginning because I couldn't understand what he said.
Again, 682 to control. All right, we'll all be clear from 34 Fairview. He's going to sign me an off.
I think we're going to be all clear from 34 Fairview. We're going to sign me off. I think that's what he said.
Canton Police Officer Dever.
Hey, this is Joe on the fire department. Just have the demographics for you.
Yep.
So name is John O'Keefe, O-K-E-E-F-E.
Yep.
And address is One Meadows in Canton.
All right, perfect. Thank you.
Yep, no problem. Have a good one.
You too. Bye.
You have reached the Canton Fire Department. If this is an emergency, hang up and dial 911. For all other business, please select from the following menu. For the administrative assistant, dial 0. For the fire chief's office, dial 1. For the deputy fire chief, dial 2. For fire prevention or to schedule a smoke detector inspection, dial 3. For the EMS coordinator, dial 4. For the training division, dial 5. Or for the shift commander, dial 6. Thank you.
Canton Fire.
Hey, you doing? It's Ted Lehan down the police station.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. I was wondering if you could do me a favor. I have a phone number for Mass State Police detective.
Yep.
Any chance you could take it down and have the guys in the back of the ambulance call him?
Yeah.
All right. His name's Mike Proctor. Yeah, he just wants whoever had eyes on the guy that got transported from Fairview.
Okay. Yeah, all right. I'll let them know once I get back.
All right, thanks, bud.
Mike
Yep.
Proctor wanted the guy who had eyes on him. Hear that?
Yeah. All right, his name's Mike Proctor. Yeah, he just wants whoever had eyes on the guy that got transported from Fairview.
Okay.
Yeah, all right. I'll let them know once I get back. All right, thanks, bud.
He wanted, did I have it? Am I hearing that right? Hold on. He wanted
Mike Proctor. Yeah, he just wants whoever had eyes on the guy that got transported from.
He wanted whoever had eyes on the guy that got transported.
Fairview.
Fairview.
Okay. Yeah, all right. I'll let them know once I get back. All right, thanks, bud. Yep. Bye. Have a good one.
I'm sorry, but that like right there sounds like what? It's so suspicious. Why? Why did Michael Proctor need to speak or get to the person who had eyes on him?
Stay to the control. Be out on that also.
Roger.
Stay to the control.
4-1.
You get a house number in there for in-house?
I have it as 1 Meadows Ave. 1.
Yeah, you get a phone number? We're not getting any answer at the door.
Yeah, by 1.
So is that when the police went? It is so suspicious, right? Oh, sus. Yeah. So is this call when they went to the one we just listened to? If the cops went to John's house by mistake that first thing in the morning, I wonder if that call is from that. They're at One Meadows, no one is answering because they're not there.
Control to 682. No phone number. Catch anything.
Okay, we're going to return for now. See if we can dig up a house phone. They might have slept somewhere else.
Roger.
Thank you for calling Good Samaritan Medical Center. If this is a
If you know your party's extension, press 3 at any time during this message.
Emergency.
If you need directions, please press 2. For all other calls, press 0 and an operator will...
Impossible.
wait while I transfer your call.
Operator Good Samaritan.
Hi, could I be connected to the emergency room, please?
Sure, one moment.
Thank you.
All of our representatives are assisting other callers at this time.
Yeah.
Emergency, how can I help you?
Hi, this is Sergeant Lank with the Canton Police. I'm calling to get an update on somebody that was involved in an incident in our town.
What's the last name?
O'Keefe, O''Keefe. First name is John.
Hold on one moment, please.
Sure, thank you.
The Beautiful Beginnings maternity program at Good Samaritan Medical Center offers personalized, family-centered care. Our care team knows that...
Thank you so much for holding. The patient is here. We'll have to have someone give you a call back right now.
Yeah, that's fine. Can I give you my phone number?
Yep, give me 1 second. What's the first name?
Sergeant Mike Lank, Lank, with the Canton Police.
And what's the best number?
781
Mm-hmm.
821
Yeah.
5090. And it's going to be...
781.
Yep.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
781-821-5090.
Yep, and it's extension 2200.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Let me get this straight. Massachusetts police does not go into the Albert's house or interview anyone else, but wants to talk to the ambulance guy and find out what his injuries were. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yep. Pretty crazy, right?
Hello, Sergeant Link. Hey, Leg, it's Goody. Hey, I'm just putting the people I know. You're going to update and put in Brian and Nicole, Albert, and like whoever you did.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
No,
No
all right. Because I got the 3 girls that I talked to, and I'm just going to do my narrative. I don't want to.
Yeah, I have a bunch more names that I have to get more information on. I have names and like phone numbers, but I don't have.
Okay. All right.
It'll be easy enough to figure out, but.
All right. I'm just going to put in the people that I have and I talk to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect.
All right. So
Thanks. Good.
This conversation was weird. Hold on.
Hello, Sergeant Link. Hey, Leg, it's
Link, it's Goody. I thought it was good, but he pronounced it Goody, apparently.
Hello, Sergeant Link. Hey, Leg, it's Goody. Hey, I'm just putting the people I know. You're going to update and put in.
I'm just putting the people I know. Not the people I interviewed, not the witnesses, not the possible suspects, not the anything. The people I know. That's what he just said.
Brian and Nicole, Albert, and like whoever you did.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
No,
No
all right. Because I got the 3 girls that I talked to, and I'm just going to do my narrative. I don't want to.
Yeah, I have a bunch more names that I have to get more information on. I have names and like phone numbers, but I don't have.
Okay. All right.
It'll be easy enough to figure out, but.
All right. I'm just going to put in the people that I have and I talk to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect.
All right. So
Thanks. Good.
It's just crazy. What about Heggie? Oh, I missed this. Heggie? Question mark. I don't know. No, Michael Proctor. Yeah. Oh my God. This stuff is just insane to go through.
Canton Police Officer Deborah, this line's recording.
Hi, this is Mary from the medical examiner's office, also on a recorded line. I was just wondering if there was someone found in a snowbank today in Canton earlier this morning. Do you know?
Yes, there was at 6 in the morning.
Yeah. Is there anyone I could talk to more about the circumstances of that? That their death was just reported to us.
Yep, so I've been on since then, and I'm pretty much the only person here right now, but I can answer everything possible.
What address was he found at, approximately?
34. Let me just pull up our log to make sure I get this right.
He says 34 this time, by the way. And then.
Does anybody else want to take this? Okay. All right, so it was 34 Fairview, one word, Fairview Road in Canton.
Yeah. Okay, and was that like on the side of the road, do you know, or?
It seems like it was on the roadway, but in a yard.
Okay. I answered. Do you know if anyone thought he was like struck by a vehicle or what
circumstances?
Jeannie, yeah. Corey Hopkins and Loophole Lawyer have been doing all of the FOIA requesting, and then Corey Hopkins made a Google Drive for everything that they finally get through the FOIA requests. They just keep adding to it. Yep. It's the only reason I even use the twat right now is to access the Google Drive. But now I finally have it downloaded on my computer. So as long as they keep updating it, I can access it.
Are kind of completely unknown at this point. He did have like cuts on his face, but no idea if he just fell, if he was struck by a plow. They're still completely unknown.
And don't you find it funny that, maybe it's just me and I'm thinking too much of it because it did snow that night. So yeah, plows are out. But don't you find it funny that a few comments that were made about possibilities, don't know if he fell or got hit by a plow. And someone else said that too. Like so many people say that out of the one example or 20 examples that they could have said, oh, he got drunk and fell or tripped on the curb or got punched or got hit, whatever. It's all of them mentioned hit by a plow.
So they're not suspecting anything specific at this point. Right. Yeah. I mean, there's evidence of anything, so they're still trying to do a full investigation on that. Okay. And do you know if anything was found on him at all, like alcohol or drug paraphernalia on the scene? The only thing I know is he was leaving a bar, but at the scene, I haven't heard anything of that. Oh, he was leaving a bar? Yep, and he was going to a house.
Maybe crumbs?
He was on the property of the house he was supposed to be going to. Oh, okay. That wasn't his house, though?
Thanks for stopping by.
Okay. Okay. All right, thank you. I'll just request a report and go from there. Okay, and are we going to get a case number from you guys? Yes, I can give it to you now. Okay, perfect. What's the case number? It's 2022. Yep. -1697. All right. And my name's Mary. And can I just get a number for you? Yep, 857-377-2200. All right, perfect. Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye. Bye.
Yeah, Jeannie, like that would be the last thing I would think about. Even if it was snowing, getting hit by a plow wouldn't be on my mind. Like I would think, especially after being told that he was leaving a bar after drinking, my first thing was I probably would have said maybe he tripped and fell or slipped and fell because he was drunk. Like getting hit by a plow wouldn't have been on my list of possibilities. Like, but everybody else seems to list that as like their number one possibility out of nowhere. Yeah, see, me too. Passed out drunk or slipped and fell because it was getting, slippery from the snow or exactly. Thank you, Maylin. You guys are amazing.
Hey. Did you talk to Kevin? I did, yes. Okay, I just wanted to make sure if he, Brian had actually called him, so. Okay. And then he called me back, so. All right. I just want to make sure. Yep, thanks. Bye.
Hey, Maylin, can you, I don't know, you guys, since you guys can type in, links in the chat, because I can't from StreamYard, can you type my PayPal link in the chat too now and then? Just that makes it easier. They don't have to, if anyone does want to use it, they don't have to go to my bio or type in, they can just click on it. Thank you. You guys are awesome. Sorry, I'm going to listen to that one again because I wasn't paying attention.
Hey, did you talk to Kevin? I did, yes. Okay, I just wanted to make sure if he, Brian had actually called him, so. Okay. And then he called me back.
Oh, look at you.
All right. I just want to make sure. Yep, thanks.
You're
Bye.
amazing. See, you guys are awesome. Thank you. I was behind. I didn't see it. Great minds think alike. And who's Kevin? Like, because he says Kevin and then Brian. I'm trying to figure out on that one who they were talking about and why. Yeah. See, your mind went where mine went. Brian and Kevin. It's weirder and weirder. So I'm going to play it again because I'm trying to figure out who was talking.
Hey, did you talk to Kevin? I did, yes. Okay, I just wanted to make sure if he, Yeah, Brian had actually called him, so.
Okay.
And then he called me back. So.
All right. All right. I just want to make sure. Yep. Thanks. Bye.
Oh, boy, boy, boy. Thank you, Maylin. Yes, like and subscribe. See, that's where my mind goes. Kevin Albert. And then he says, yeah, Brian already called him back. Or whatever. But why? Like, and I can't figure out who that is on that phone call. One is Berkowitz. Yeah, that's what I thought. I had assumed that they were talking about Kevin Albert, but I wasn't sure. They didn't say. So I'm glad that you guys think that too. That way I know that that's probably what he's talking about. And are they talking about Brian Albert? I would assume, not Brian HIggins. But it makes you wonder, like, why are you asking if he called? I get confused by this shit. That's right. I don't know why I always forget that he's a cop too. Why do I forget that? So Kevin Albert's a cop. Brian Albert's a cop. Retired now, right? Oh boy, oh boy.
Hey, just finishing up, I just want to be clear on something. So when we sat down with her at Albert's house, she said that while they were driving around looking for her originally, that's when she first said, "I hope I didn't hit him." And then she said it again in front of our guys, right?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Just wanted to be clear.
The big guy.
Yep.
Just so you know, I'm entering the images. I emailed you them, but I am entering them into the.
Okay. Perfect.
Now. Okay.
Yep. Thank you.
Okay. Bye.
Hey, and you guys need to listen. Everyone needs to listen to this again, okay? This is the reporting of what Karen said, right? What did she say? Here we go.
Hey, just finishing up, I just want to be clear on something. So when we sat down with her at Albert's house, she said that while they were driving around looking for her originally, that's when she first said, "I hope I didn't hit him." And then she said it again in front of our guys, right?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Just wanted to be clear.
So when Jen McCabe sat on the stand, as we watched the other day, that she supposedly reported, yes, I did say that she hit him after, but I don't remember exactly how she said it. But here is the report of what I'm assuming they are talking about Jen McCabe. What Jen McCabe said, Karen said, when they were looking around in the car. And he says, when we were sitting at their house, or when, Karen, hold on, I gotta play again.
Hey, just finishing up, I just want to be clear on something. So when we sat down with her at...
When we sat down with her, which I'm assuming is Jen McCabe.
Albert's house.
At the Albert's house.
She said that while they were driving around looking for her originally, that's when she first said, "I hope I didn't hit him." And then she said it again.
I hope I didn't hit him. Not, I hit him.
Again in front of our guys, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Just wanted to be clear.
The big guy.
Yep.
Just so you know, I'm entering the images. I emailed you them, but I am entering them into.
And who are they talking about? She said it again in front of the big guy. Big as in physically big, or big as in meaning like the head honcho big guy? Does anyone know? Exactly. Hey, Joy. Yeah, I think they're talking about Jen McCabe in this call because Karen Reed never went into the Albert's house. She was sectioned and taken to the hospital. So this call specifically has to be about when they sat down with Jen McCabe. She said, and this is what he says, which is contrary to her testimony that we just watched the other day.
Hey, just finishing up, I just want to be clear on something. So when we sat down with her at Albert's house, she said that while they were driving around looking for her originally, that's when she first said, I hope I didn't hit him. And then she said it again in front of our guys, right?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
Okay. All right, just wanted to be clear.
The big guy. Just so you know.
I'm assuming, again, this is Jen McCabe they're talking about, that she reports while they're sitting down at Albert's house that when in the car, Karen Reed said, I hope I didn't hit him, and then repeated it again, I hope I didn't hit him, in front of our guys, meaning the EMTs and police, who most said, I reported on the stand that she said, I hope I didn't hit him, or could I have hit him? Then you have the couple that tried to pretend that she said, I hit him, I hit him, I hit him. And this is proof that this is not what she said, not what was reported that day.
No, I'm entering the images. I emailed you them, but I am entering them into the
okay, perfect.
Now, okay?
Yep, thank you.
Okay, bye.
Yeah, they said she said that. She said it again in front of our guys. Yeah. And then they're talking about the big guy. Who's the big guy? Lank? You think they're talking about Lank? Yeah, it couldn't be Karen, right? I didn't think they sat down at Albert's house. They interviewed her at McCabe's house. I think they're talking about that morning, like after Jen McCabe went and supposedly woke up Brian Albert. Hold on, now I'm confusing myself. I'm trying to think. Because Lank sent the people in, or supposedly sent Jen McCabe in to wake them up, even though the light had been turned on and there's no way they would have slept through that shit, right? And then we listened to that testimony yesterday. Was it yesterday? When we were like, when Carrie Roberts, that's why I was so confused during Carrie Roberts' testimony yesterday. Or was it Jen? Yeah, Carrie Roberts. When they asked her why or where did you get Lank's phone number? She got it from Nicole Albert because she was the only one who had it. How did she know that? Why did they have to call Lank? He was outside. And that means they were inside discussing this at the Albert house. Like, I don't know. I get so confused when I try to piece these things together. This is why it's so important for people, so many people to listen to this, because putting this together is insane. So the interview was at McCabe's house, but if could have just mixed it up, true. But they didn't. Oh, okay, gotcha. They didn't sit down there. That's right. But and maybe that's what they meant, or maybe they did mean the McCabe's house. But that's what I'm saying. Like, piecing this together is very hard because we don't have the exact time frame. They are saying things, and then of course what they say doesn't match their reports. What their reports don't match what they said on the stand. Everything is so fucked up. Carrie Roberts testified at Jen McCabe's house. Remember, she said Carrie is telling them everything, even though she said Carrie as in a different room and could not hear her. Was that the second trial though? Because we just watched Carrie Roberts in the first trial, and I'm trying to remember. Carrie was telling them everything. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I do remember that part. Hold on. Oh, there's too much info in my brain right now, I tell you. The first trial. Okay, so yes, when we watched Carrie Roberts yesterday, I do remember specifically wondering why they had to call Link when he should have been right outside when they were in the house. And Carrie Roberts testified at that they were at Jen McCabe's house. That's right. Okay. Oh, I get what you're saying. Oh, okay. From the morning. Okay. For the interview. Yes. I got you. Yep. I know what you mean. Sorry. Like I said, my mind is going 10,000 ways right now. I was thinking that morning. I didn't know what you were saying. So I got you. I gotcha. Yes. I do remember that. Yeah. I don't know. I know parts of this they had for sure because unfortunately your defense attorneys have to pick and choose. You can't, you have to pick and choose what to present to the jury because if you present too much, just look at Lally's opening statement. If you present too much, you'll just confuse them like I'm confused right now. Going through the Karen Reed first trial, having already seen the second trial, now going through this evidence, you have to be, if you truly want to present this to someone with an understanding and to show that especially to show your client is not guilty for certain reasons, you have to be very methodical about what you present to the jury and in court. Not to mention there were things that weren't allowed in court by Auntie Bev that should have been, in my opinion. Yeah. Lally's opening statement alone was so confusing you're talking to people who supposedly know nothing or very little about this trial, and he mentions every person's name that he's going to have testify, they're going to remember or know who they are. What the fuck are you talking about? And so I get why the defense, if they had some of this, wouldn't have used it all, because if you present too much, you just end up confusing everybody. But there are certain things like this call that would have, I don't know if they had it for court, if they decided to not use it, or if they just didn't have it, that would have been perfect to play during Jen's testimony. So that is all of the audio from the Google Drive. We are at the end of that. Where do you guys want to hold on, let me get back to the list of stuff we got on the okay, so we have police reports, cell phone extractions, which I thought that you guys I know I went through Higgins and John's testimony once already. However, I said I'd go through them again. We can go through text messages if you'd want. I'm going to try and see if I can open them in a different way, because when I open them, I'll show you what I mean. So if we go to Higgins and O'Keefe's text messages, I'll show you. It will show, like, on one side, see, it shows the text, the screenshot on one side, and then the typing on the other side, and it's very hard to read. So bear with me a moment while I try to see if there's a way to open it in a different program. Let's see, Duck Hub, Google. Let's see if I do this. I don't know if it's oh, it's downloading. Okay, hold on, guys. Hey, Sarah. Thanks for coming. We just went through all the PD audio. Now we're going to go through some text messaging if I can get them opened correctly or, readable. See how this stuff comes up? Like, it's ridiculous. Like, why don't they make it a little easier to go through? Like, I don't. Okay, that's not going to work. Let's go back to. This one. Okay, hold on. Oh, I wasn't even sharing that screen, so you guys didn't want to trust me. You didn't want to see it. It's all messed up. Let's see. PDF file. Let me see if this will work. Okay, hold on. Oh, my sleep schedule's been all out of whack too, Sarah. I was already talking about that. Plus, it made me cranky. I'm trying to make. Oh, if you listen to the first 10 minutes, it's me going on a rant trying to open an account and buy me a coffee. And I'm having issues just like I did, not the same issues, but trying to open Cash App. And it's like every time something can go wrong, it will go wrong with me. I don't know what the hell the problem is. Still waiting for their stupid customer support to figure out to answer me. What I do is use print screen paste to paint. Save as JPG pictures. Oh, okay. Let me see if I can. Hold on. I know that people have opened just the screenshot portions because I've seen it. So I don't know how they did that. Bear with me a moment. It's loading into my program here. See, that's not going to work either. Okay, hold on. This one's not going to work. So, Scott, I trying to read what you said here. So what I do is use print screen paste to paint. Okay, let me try that. Okay, print screen. Dang it, anyways. I don't. Yeah, I can't get that to work either. I'm working on my Chromebook because I'm still doing things on my desktop to get that ready. Sorry guys, I'm taking forever. I apologize. The problem too is I could just when I try to just like increase, to zoom in, watch what happens to the pictures of the screenshot. They get blurry. So like it doesn't do me any good to just make it bigger. I can't. If anyone knows how to just get to the screenshot parts of this, I would greatly appreciate it. I wonder if bear with me one more moment. Because this is how I went through them the last time, and it's very hard to go through them like this because the emojis are all written out, and so things are very hard to read in the text part, and then it's too blurry to read. Take your time. Bathroom break. All right, bathroom break, everybody. Thank you. Use keyboard top right. Okay, hold on. Thank you, Scott. You are amazing. You on my computer whiz to help me with all the stuff. Use keyboard top right hand. You have 3 keys for print screen. Top right hand. Print screen. I have my volume. Those are my volume buttons. And let me look at my chat. Hold on. I also have a Logitech keyboard that's wireless attached. Let me see if there's one on here. Yes, there is. Look at that. Got it. Thank you, Scott. Select anything on your screen to search, copy text, and more. Drag or press space to select an area to capture. Awesome. Okay, hold on. But see the problem? I got it, Scott, but look what happens. See? It's all blurry. You can't read it. At least I can't. What the hell just happened to my StreamYard now? I'm just screwing everything up here. There we go. So that is the problem. Now I know how to do that, so I do appreciate that, Scott. That's going to help me immensely for other things. Okay. I just wish there was a way to get to the actual text messages, the screenshots, and not the text. I'm going to see if I can Google it. Bear with me. Someone may have it, but I don't know. Just Google it. Let's see. John text screenshots. I see plenty of analyses. And see, Grant Smith Ellis has the actual messages on his Twit account. But oh no, his are blurry too. Okay. Okay, you know what? Never mind, because those are blurry too. So he did what I did. He just zoomed in on the Google Drive. I just wonder if anywhere else it has this. Like how it's crazy. See, okay, wait. TB. Hold on, I'm going to show you guys something. Bear with me. Loophole Lawyer put out a video that shows portions of these text messages not blurry. And TB did too. I thought so, but I still can't figure out where they got them from. So bear with me a moment. Maybe someone can help me figure out where to get it.
their fucking drinks. It's bizarre. Ha ha. And Jameson and Ginger.
Jameson and Ginger.
These are messages between John and Higgins going back to November 24th. So they've been friends since November 24th.
We have some breaking news. Thanks to Corey Hopkins and her FOIA request, we were able to get our hands on text messages between John O'Keefe and Brian Higgins that we never, ever saw before. Let's watch.
John O'Keefe says to him, "What's up, pal?" John O'Keefe says, "We're going to hang out. Where you drinking?" Not like, are you drinking, but where are you drinking? I think some of these guys might have an alcohol problem. Nowhere yet, Higgins said. I heard the hillside is standing room only. I'm thinking maybe McMorgan's in Norwood. Of all the fucking places, John O'Keefe wanted to take Higgins.
So where did he get these?
I'm not a Canton Townie, but I have no idea why McMorgan's is that bad.
Just don't sit in the bar seats.
Sorry.
You're better off with standing room only. He asked out Higgins to go to McMorgan's.
Showing in the
Like,
corner.
tell me, oh my God, dude. Higgins says, I had a late lunch. Of course you did, with a buddy on 138. Okay, just got here. Pretty quiet. Let me know if you head back this way.
We were able to replicate the screenshot because what was produced was very blurry. Sometimes the dates may be a little off, but it's very telling to see this bromance between.
Well, there you go. Thank you, loophole lawyer. He just said we replicated them. Gotcha. Aha. Had I watched that first, I would have realized that's what happened. Oh boy, oh boy. Well, now I understand how they could see them so clearly and I cannot. Because as you can see from if you click on this from the Google Drive, the actual screenshots are blurry as hell. So you got to go through the extractions. But let's go through them. What the hell? All right, so these are the messages, again, between Higgins and John O'Keefe. And, oops, bear with me a moment. Okay. So it starts in November. Yeah, that's how I felt, Jeannie. Oh, I got it now. Boy, do I feel dumb. Like, where did they get these? Nah, they made them up. So this starts November 24th. Oh, bear with me, guys. My freaking heartburn today. I need to take a Tums. So November 24th, 2021. And you'll kind of see, as we go through this, you'll kind of see the weird romance going on. And it's weird how they send each other text messages of their drinks and shit. It's very, very strange. Oh, hold on. Shit. I am so discombobulated today. All right, guys. Okay. And then the strange thing. Damn it. I knew it. Got the wrong plug. Hold on. I just got to get my laptop plug. Okay. Just on my phone or my laptop. Don't hold that. Thanks for bearing with me, everyone. Okay, so what we got here starts November 24th, 2021. This is initially from to John, or I'm sorry, to John from Higgins. It says, "What's up, pal? We're gonna hang local. Where you drinking?" John says, "Nowhere yet. Heard Hillside is standing room only." Higgins says, "I'm sure. Thinking maybe McMorgan's in Norwood." John says, "That might not be bad. I had a late lunch with a buddy on 138. Just walked into Waterfall for a couple." Higgins says, "Just got here. Pretty quiet." And so I have to go back and forth because I have to see the text on the right and what's in the bubbles on the left, because these aren't, like, again, these aren't separated either. It's very strange how this is printed out, but we'll make it work. So Higgins says, "Just got here. Pretty quiet." I'm sorry. I think I have it backwards. Let me make sure before I read all this completely wrong. This phone is Higgins's extraction. Oh, damn it. Here we go. And so John, this is John O'Keefe. Okay. So the gray bubble is John. The blue bubble is Higgins. So I had it backwards. John says, "What's up, pal? We're going to hang." All that. So we're at Higgins says, "Okay, let me know if you head back this way. If I am out, I will have some drinks." And what the hell? "Will do," John says. Higgins gives a thumbs up. Higgins says, "Heard Hillside is standing room only, I'm sure. Thinking maybe McMorgan's." Okay, we just read that. It's on the other page. "Will do." And then, where are we? So now the next day, Thursday, the 25th, at 11 a.m., they say Happy Thanksgiving. Higgins says Happy Thanksgiving, and then can't read it, and I don't know where the text is for that. John says, "We'll be bouncing around parents' houses. Happy Thanksgiving." And then he sends a video. I'm not sure which one it is. And then Higgins sends pictures of his drinks, his Jameson and ginger, and what looks like a Bloody Mary almost. And John says, "That's one way to celebrate." Winky face. Then Higgins says, "Let's go, McCarthy's." John says, "Leaving my folks to head to Karen's folks. Good times." And Higgins, by the way, his response to John's text, "Ha ha ha," he does that all the time. Or ha ha, sorry, two ha ha's. It's very strange for a man. Higgins says, "You know where I'll be." Yeah. John says, I don't know. See, some of these I can't tell if it's Higgins or John where it starts because the bubbles are so blurry. Yeah, like it's weird. You can see if you look at portions of the screenshots, you can see the ha-has. It's just a weird response all the time. Like he doesn't know what to say, so he just puts ha-ha. John or Higgins says, I was at the BS game all day. Actually stopped there a short time ago. Okay. Maybe I will head back. Who are you rolling with? And then he also says, so were we. And he says Karen, of course, because John's with Karen. And there's Higgins' ha-ha response. Even though it's not in the text, you can see it over here in the blue. And more drink pics, which is just the strangest thing. I don't know. I don't think I've ever known two guys to send pictures of their drinks to each other. Anybody else ever seen this kind of shit? When John sends a picture of his beer back. And unfortunately, these texts I cannot see. There's no text here that says what it says. And then, of course, there's this message here, another ha-ha by Higgins. Something about junction. Yes. Oh, he says, okay, junction question mark. No, Sue don't work here. Higgins says, ha-ha. And Higgins says, yes, junction. Are you guys with Sean and Carrie? I was out at the active shooter in Seekonk this AM. No, just us, John says. Higgins says, saw him on my way back. John says, didn't hear about that one. Chris, you mean? Higgins says, Chris Curran, or is it Sean? Chris. I thought it was Sean. My fault. John, where are you? McCarthy's? And Higgins says, Hillside. Keep your eye on the tab. And then it's something I can't figure out some of these emojis written in text. I don't know them all. Another ha-ha response by Higgins. I mean, what is that? 5 in a couple days? Weird. You around for 4:00 games today? Question mark. Going to Braintree, Jake, and Joe's. Anyway, so that's a no. Higgins says, I'm doing a few things around the house. I will try and make it. I am traveling to New York for work tomorrow. And John says, sounds good. And then sends some more drink pics. I mean, look, these drink pics are crazy. I won't highlight it. I can see it, Jeannie, but I won't. I won't do that to you. It's okay because we've already talked about the swinging thing. I mean, it was mentioned by so many people that, I mean, I think everyone at this point wonders, especially in watching. Oh, you know what? Maybe that's what we'll do next and watch the waterfall. And I have the entire waterfall and the entire McCarthy's video because watching that waterfall video and see how many times. Now, I've been told by 2 different guys that I've asked about this, that it is a normal thing. But I said, in that short a period of time, I mean, because literally you will see Brian Albert smack Higgins' ass like 5-6 times. And then not only that, you will see Higgins tickling Brian Albert's neck. And then you will also see when Brian Albert and Higgins hug, he also grabs Higgins' ass when they're hugging. It is very, very strange. I don't know. To me, that's not normal. I've seen guys smack each other's asses before, but not that many times. Not like that. Me neither, Joy. I'm sorry. They do like their drinks a lot. Not a little bit, a lot, Malin. Oh, talking about your puppies. I need a puppy, or I want a cat really, but they're easier to take care of. Especially being in a second floor apartment. So anyway, so yeah, right. Maybe while playing a baseball game, but at a bar. Thank you, Mary B. That's my point. And in a short period of time, like they were already messing around. I could see doing it once, but how many times they do it, you guys, I mean it. Like, if you want to watch it now, we can watch it now, because I'm going to be honest, these text messages are very hard to get through. However, there isn't that many, so maybe we'll just go through these real quick. You'll see, as you can see, they text each other their drinks all the time too, which is just strange. And then what's weird, and what I wanted to get to in pointing out these Jeannie. See, my brain didn't go that far until just now. Thank you very much. Oh, gross. So let's see. They basically are constantly talking about, when do you want to get together for drinks? Do you want to? And then this is the interesting part, okay? So when Higgins says, or John says, next Saturday you around, may have some people over for the game. Higgins says, I should be. Now here we get to the good stuff. You know what I mean. John says, cool. Higgins says, is your girl gonna bring some single friends? ? John says, working on it. Winky face. Higgins sends a thumbs up. Then John says, couldn't find a single friend for you tonight. Plans for the game? And of course, Higgins' famous response, ha ha. I will take a married one as a runner-up, he says. John says, what about a lesbian? Try to convert her? Oh my God. Higgins says, that works. If she's hot. Hot. I cannot say it like the hot. Hot. I don't know. I always make myself sound even funnier when I try to say it that way. If she's hot. I can't do it. Higgins says, did you hear about the Boston cop and his family that got hit by a truck in Wheat Rocks? I didn't. You have a name? And he sends an article. It looks like a post about it. I'm not going to read it. John says, wow, that's nuts. And then Higgins says something here. It's not texted out. I think it says, I was wondering if you something back. Damn it. I thought I could read it, but I can't. Anyway, and then John says, are you going anywhere for the game? And And John, see, I don't know why some of the Higgins responses and that are missing, but it says, I was working on my house today and I am about to go work out something. So no plans as right now. And John says, so going any, oh no, if we head out, I'll let you know. Higgins says, okay. I think it's something about going, heading to the hillside around 7 p.m. And then he says, I'll hit you up about 6. Okay. And then on December 18th, Higgins' text just says hillside. John says, we just grabbed a bite and came home. Kids are here. How's the crowd? Higgins says, good. Lito and his girl just came in. Okay, we may head down for a bit. And of course, Higgins' famous response. Ha ha. Oh boy, oh boy. Easy fix, he says. Something about the sound video difference is driving me nuts. Higgins says, I know, what the fuck? They need to turn one off. I told Steve and Mike, come down here. Higgins says, that guy your girl is talking to used to be Boston something. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. And John says, yes, I worked with him at 18. Says, gonna head out. You coming over? I can't deal with this audio. Higgins says, yeah, once I down this food, I will head there, I'm assuming, but that's at where, I don't know. Her mullet is tight. Nice. They're talking about someone's mullet. Alrighty then. And John says, yes, it is. You coming by? I'm sending these 3 whores home, 4-hour minimum. John or Higgins' famous response, ha ha, with a picture of the Despicable Me characters, Minions, whatever. I don't know. I'm assuming that's the picture of the 3 whores John was talking about. I have no idea. Oh, yeah, this was a good one, you guys. Like this. Says, you home? John says, just walked in. Want me to come plow your, or want me to hit your driveway with my plow? John says, absolutely. Was just about to send Karen out with a shovel. Like, how nice is that? Wow. And then it says, Higgins says, give me like 15 minutes, taking care of another friend. John says, take your time. Thanks, man. Then where's Sean and Carrie's show? Where's the Sean and Carrie show? There's a picture of John with somebody. He is shit-faced in that photo. John says, hammered. Higgins' famous response, ha ha. I mean, seriously, how many times does he say ha ha? It's ridiculous. And he says, thanks for the drink. Who is that snake with her back to you? Just walked in. John says, his name is Chris. Higgins' famous response, ha ha. That blind female? Then comes January 10th, some more pictures of Smirnoff Ice, and then some pictures of beer, or I'm assuming those are beer. Show your girl, canasta starts at 8 p.m. Ha ha. Oh my God. And then he says, bunch of lady drinks right there. Plow bitches coming over. This time John says, haha, I hope so. 7% and 9% alcohol, bedtime drinks. John says this, which has blew me away. Should give those to my 11-year-old. He'll sleep like a 9. Oh, sleep like a baby. It's a baby emoji. Sorry, not a 9. And Higgins says, yes. Yes, all they do is like to drink. Yeah, 100. This is all they talk about. They send each other pictures of their drinks. Like, geez. It's like they're teenagers. It's insane. Yeah, I don't know. Some of these messages, like I said, these messages are very, very strange. So then John says on the 13th, told the Curans to come over Saturday for the Pats. You're welcome to join if you're around. See if we can find you some bitches. Heard we are getting snow. I will see what I can rustle up. Ha ha. But of course, that's the famous Higgins response is ha ha. Bring the Jeep. Oh my God. And something about this woman, I can't see. It's something that says she claims to have a good reason for going after married men and is on the hunt. I don't know if that's has something to do with their previous text or not, because I can't read all of it and it's not all in text. Then the next January 15th, John says to Higgins, you coming over later? Higgins says, what's good? Sorry, I have been moving some of my stuff to my Cape house. Depends what time I get back. Just been busy the last something. John says, okay, we'll be here. Cold as fuck out. We'll be inside. Yo. Oh, of course, I forgot. Higgins says, haha again. Then Higgins says, yo. Yo, you know. Sorry, that's Baker. Cracks me up when he says that. Higgins says, still having a party? John says, yup. Gay guys and everything. Higgins says, should I stop by? John says, yes, they'll love you. Higgins says, who is they? John says, and I don't know, Bitmoji. And under the I don't know Bitmoji, it says, gay guys, stop by. Higgins says the questioning Bitmoji, which looks nothing like Higgins, by the way. I can't read. Oh, front door, question mark. Yes. Then the next day, January 16th, 9:30 in the morning. What the fuck? You guys got me so banged up. I think it says. Haven't hurt like this in 10 years. Was it necessary to introduce Hennessy XO? Blame Karen. Was I really playing video games? Yup. JFC. I'm not going to say that out loud, but we all know what it means. Please tell me I didn't break your nephew's video game. If I did, I will replace it. Did I throw a controller or some shit? John says, I don't think so. Higgins says, what the fuck? I am hurting. How can you guys not be? John says, still in bed. And this was all at, what time was it? 9:30 in the morning. Yeah. All right. Then we got 12:20 a.m. the next Saturday. You coming here? And that is it. So the very last text message after all of that bromance shit, supposedly turning some lesbians, straight for Higgins and all that BS that they talked about the night before or the night of the incident at 12:20 a.m. Higgins texts, "You come in here." And the prior, just to mention, they did not text between January 16th and the very last text was January 16th, and then they didn't text again until the 22nd at night, or 29th at 12:20 in the morning. So 2 weeks went by with no communication. Pretty crazy. Which is why I think so many people believe that John found out about the Higgins and Karen, and there were issues obviously that night, and it's just nuts. But those I found, let me go back here. Let me see if you guys have any questions. Sorry. Yeah, how much of that is a joke? Yeah, it makes you wonder, doesn't it? It's insane. Why would they all be hurting? Because they drank too much. That's all they ever do is drink. And apparently, like Higgins said, why'd you have to bring out the Hennessy XO? I mean, that's pretty strong stuff. I think we all find it very strange, you guys. Like, I don't know. He blacked out, got angry, and threw a controller. That's what he thought, anyway. And apparently, John didn't remember if he did or not. He said, I don't think so, but that doesn't mean he didn't. It just means he doesn't remember. What I find strange is, why would you go out partying during a blizzard and leave 2 minor children at home alone? I agree, but I'm not a drinker at all. So, I mean, I am biased in that matter too. Well, they went out a couple weekends before that. And I don't know if it snowed or not, but they just talked about it in their text messages that they heard it was going to snow. Those text messages were from a few weeks before the night in question. Well, wasn't the smaller child, the boy, wasn't he somewhere sleeping over? And then the girl was old enough to stay home alone. But I still agree that, I mean, I wouldn't do that. 13 is old enough to stay home. 13's old enough to technically babysit, and well, at least here in Michigan. But I would, like I said, I wouldn't do that. I don't go out to the bars, and when my son was that age, I didn't really go out to the bars. I didn't really drink. Except for when I got divorced and my son was with my ex-husband, those are the nights I'd go out. So all of this is weird to me. Yeah, Jean or Joy, but wasn't the boy at a sleepover? I swore that's what I thought. The night of the 28th/29th, right? Am I correct in that? But the younger one is the boy, and he was at a sleepover, and the girl was home, but she was 13, right? Let's see. I'm confused, Miss Scarlett. Okay, the night they texted about, they were all hurting. Was it from them going out that night, or they just didn't stay at John's house? Oh no, that night. I'm sorry. Yes, they did stay at John's house. Sorry, that one in particular. Yes, because apparently they were playing video games, and that was at John's house. Yes, sorry. I misunderstood. I'm so sorry. So Higgins went there. John, when he got there, Higgins, that's when Higgins wrote front door ? John said, yup. And then the next thing you know, he's texting that 9:30 in the morning saying, you know, why'd you have to break out the Hennessy XO? John says, I blame Karen, blah, blah, blah. A child is not of age unless they are age of 17 in most states. If the house had burnt down, he would have been charged for leaving a minor child unaccompanied. Well, they're underage as far as being a minor, but they are allowed to be home alone. Like in Michigan, you can babysit children at 13. Like, I mean, most girls, at least when I was growing up, by the time we were 13, 14, we were babysitting for people that had little kids, like 3 and 4-year-old toddlers, just to sit there while someone was, while their kids were sleeping, normally while they went out to have dinner or something like that. So I can't say 100% Massachusetts is that way, because Massachusetts is just weird all the way around. They do things so crazy over there. But I know here in Michigan, hold on, let's see. Let's do a little research. So right here it says, according to the Worcester Telegram. Oh, damn it. I'm not a subscriber. Hold on. It at least says right here, but for what it's worth, the nonprofit Save Kids Worldwide recommends starting to leave kids home alone between the ages of 12 and 13. And it says, how old must a child be left home alone? Massachusetts doesn't set a specific age at which a child can be left home alone. It even says here, all of these say leaving a child home alone is not illegal in Massachusetts, and there is no minimum age. However, the abandonment of a child under 10, I'm assuming, is neglect. Yeah. Here's where the law in Massachusetts stands on leaving your kids home unsupervised. Damn it. I can't read this damn article. Oh, well, you guys get it. So, I mean, this is in Massachusetts. It wasn't illegal or anything for her to be home alone at 13. I lived in upstate New York. There is no way in hell I would leave my son home alone in a blizzard. What if there was a power outage? Drinking would never take precedence over my child. Hey, I agree with you, Joy, but I'm not, right now, my son is 22 of the legal age. Sorry, I just got distracted. So I don't really want to get into that, but I can't say I disagree with you, Joy. I mean, I was never a drinker anyway. I'm not a drinker now. My son is an adult now, so I do say 100% that they drink a lot. That I can say too. They seem to always have that on the mind. All of them. Would you leave him home alone with a hurricane? No, hell no. I wouldn't. Like I said, I wouldn't. I wouldn't do it. I totally agree. I can't argue with it. I just can't because it's totally. But technically, the child that was home was old enough to be home alone, and I'm not here to judge Officer John O'Keefe's parenting or do any or of the sort. So, but yeah. Let's go to, I got to pull up the Google Drive again, so bear with me a moment. I clicked out of it by accident when I was doing our research, I think. Let me see. Oh, there we go. I didn't. I just minimized it. Sweet. Okay. So let me pull this back up. And you guys will see what I'm talking about when we go to, I'm going to pull up the waterfall video. When you see how many times he grabs his ass. Oh my God. Okay. I don't remember like why there's so many, but let's just start and see what comes up. Hold on. Oh, that's right, because some are from outside and some are from inside. I gotcha. I almost forgot that they had the different camera views outside too. Hey, Katie D. Did you just show up? I'm like, whoa, how long have you been here? I missed you. Oh, no, you're good. Hey, I totally enjoy. I'm with you 100%. That's what I'm saying. I don't disagree with you. Truly, I don't. I do have a helicopter mom protective style. I would never leave my kids home alone all night until they were like 18, but that's just me. Yeah. I don't think I ever left my son home alone all night. Ever. Maybe till late. And late to me back when he was living with me was 1 o'clock, maybe at the latest, when he was, 16, 17. I left then alone at 14 years old for a few hours, but that's about it. Yeah. I mean, my son, yeah, when I had to run errands and he didn't want to go grocery shopping with me, like he'd always want to stay home for an extra, an hour or whatever when I went go shopping. But that's like the longest I ever did during the day. And then at night, it was normally because I had to work a little late or something. But by then, he was already 16, 17. So it was not a big deal. My son was not even allowed to have a girl in his room until he was 18 years old. My son did have girl in his room, but he had to have the doors open and I could see in it at all times. Dinner's cooking. All right. What you making me, Katie D? Come on now. I'm hungry. I wish I had extra money to buy me some DoorDash. I still haven't gone grocery shopping. I'm still waiting for so much money, over $600 to be returned to my bank account from my stupid cellular company, and I'm getting tired of it. So yeah, if anyone wants to, send me anything for my grip so I can order a pizza. I do have PayPal. Yeah, that's my spiel. Yeah, but my friends and my mother still yell at me for being a helicopter mom. That's okay. Door had to be open. See, pizza and salad. That sounds so good right now. I just can't order any. I wish I could. Damn. Stupid. If my stupid cellular company and taking all that money out, I'd be perfectly fine. Hopefully it'll be back in my account sometime in the next couple days. That's what they said now. But they've said that a couple times now. But I do have a confirmation number this time for the return of funds. So easiest pizza ever and salad, probably going to throw some chicken on it. There you go. Daughter in college and no way I'll let her live on campus. Aw. Now see, I went to Michigan State my first year of college and I went to live on campus, and because I graduated, I skipped first grade, so I was a year younger. My mom wasn't a helicopter parent. My mom was amazing. I can't get it talk about it, I'll start crying, but I have to. I think she was just enough when we were younger. She knew, because she was home with a disability, so she didn't work. So she always knew what we were up to. She could drive back then too, so she took us. She was always the mom that would volunteer to take us places and, be the driver. And so she always knew where we were going, and was the one probably to pick us up too. And so she never really had to. Yeah, I saw it, Jeannie Lynn. I'm gonna pop it up in a second. Hold on. Let's see. Don't feel bad I didn't order it, but I wanted to. Yeah. I just see I'm perfectly happy even making food, but I literally have nothing in my fridge or my freezer because I don't have enough money right now because of stupid Boost Mobile. Oops, I shouldn't have said that. My cellular company took a freaking bunch of money out of my account that they weren't entitled to and have taken forever to put it back. You're a helicopter mom too, Malin? Yeah, it's definitely not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, especially in the world we live in right now. Yeah, Jeannie Lynn, I got you. That would make anyone be overprotective, I tell you. All right, I'm so sorry you went through all that. All right. Oops, I just clicked out of the waterfall. I don't know if anyone was watching that one, but that wasn't the one I wanted to get into. But while we were talking, I figured I'd let it play if anyone wanted to keep an eye on it. That was the outside video. Oh, no, of course not. Jeannie Lynn, I got you. I don't ever do that on here. I use it on my phone, not my computer. Okay, so this is another one from the outside. Oh, Katie says, this is probably an unpopular opinion. My mom wasn't a helicopter mom, but I was scared fucking shitless of her. And I feel like all kids need to be a certain level of scared of their parents. Yeah. I mean, you have to set boundaries with your children. You have to set the parent role. You cannot be their best friend when they're kids. My mom and I were best friends as an adult, but that's completely different. So I do agree with you there, Katie. Wait till your father gets home. Yeah. Unfortunately, my dad left when I was really young, so I never got that, but my mom knew how to say no. Wasn't very often, I'll be totally honest, but she did know how to say no. Yeah. I agree, Katie. All right, so let me try and find the video. Sorry, I'm taking so long. I'm too busy with the chat. Okay, these are all the outside ones. Come on, where's the inside? Here we go. Hey, Terry. My mom really said no, but I knew if I fucked up the yes, I would be sorry. Yeah. I think the same went for me too. Yeah. My dad was in the Navy, only came home once every 6 months. When we kids were in trouble, all my mom had to say was, wait till your dad gets home. Oh, yeah. See, now that's the scariest shit, Jeannie. Scare me the shitless. Like, today's not the same. Today's day and age is not the same as it was when I was growing up in the 80s and 90s, man. It was just come home when the lights go on, the street lights go on. That was it. And we always played outside. We didn't have cell phones and iPads and Xboxes and all that shit. Why is the volume not on this video? I thought there was volume. For some reason, apparently there's not. Oh, that's right. The band's playing right now. So no, there wasn't. I think trying to, do you guys want to watch all of these? Like, it's quite a long time. I was trying to find the one because I wish I would have marked it when I watched these. Because it's the one when because these people, it's when these people are gone that you see them grab their ass so many times. Oh, Jenny's going live in 30 minutes. Okay, yeah, we're definitely not going to watch all these then today because I want to watch Rat House Media, everyone. Oh, Matt Justice again for you. Yeah, I wish I could have made it the other night. I'm so sorry, but I watched the rerun. It was excellent. And I'll put it on I'll try to do dual tonight with Rat House Media and Justice Serve Joy, okay? Good luck to you and your modding. Ooh, my dad was raised on a razor strap. All our dad used was a belt, but when he started, he didn't know when to stop. Oh, God. See, that's a little much. There's a difference between punishing and abusing, and I hate using that term, but that's just a fact. I have a feeling that Loophole Lawyer, and I don't think he ever minds anyone using his content. So let me try and pull up his video of the smacking of the ass, just so you guys can see in context. And then if you guys want to watch these at length at another time, we can do that. Yeah, I mean, I know it's totally different back then than it is now, and even me, it was different. Ooh, Kazi G scares me to death with that freaking photo every single time. Oh, it's gross. There's one. I swear he did one specifically about the smacking of the ass. Let's see.
The 11:31
Okay,
text
KDG,
message.
we'll see you in chat.
Well, was followed by
Definitely.
Karen Reed
yeah.
literally flirting.
That's how they gained respect and taught you to do the right thing. And now, this is all I'm going to really say, because that's another topic I could go on and on about. These children nowadays are so entitled. I'm sick of it. My son was born in 2003. He's 22 years old. He has an excellent job. He tried college, decided it wasn't for him. He works at a place where he's gotten 4 or 5 promotions, and now he's like getting trained and set up to be a general manager. And I mean, he works hard. He has his own place. He has his own car. He pays his own bills. He does everything. And some of these kids nowadays, it's the entitlement is what gets me.
Touching and laughing with Brian Higgins. We have amazing new footage from the waterfall that basically changes everything. But first, we're going to see John O'Keefe here. He has his phone in his hand. He eventually is going to put it in his back pocket. A lot of controversy has been made of this because we're not sure exactly where John keeps his phone regularly. Generally, men keep their phones either in their front or back pocket. Here, we have a few videos of John putting it in his back pocket, not only if it's empty, but also putting it in his back pocket if there's a wallet there. But let's move on to the waterfall video where we're going to find something that changes everything about this case. Let's keep watching. It's 10:54 and Karen and John enter the waterfall. This is video we've all seen before, but something happens later on in the night that changes even my opinion of what potentially happened. Let's keep watching. And that's Brian Patrick, old Higgy Bear. He pointed initially at Karen, but it looks like she ignored it. In the full version, we get to see the entire conversation between Brian Patrick Higgins and Brian Albert. Let's keep watching.
Thank you, Jeannie. I am very, very proud, beyond proud of him. My son is amazing. Yeah.
And this is all new. Starting at 11:02, we see that John O'Keefe is talking to Brian Albert, and Brian Patrick Higgins is to the back of Brian Albert. We know he likes that position generally, but it's odd to see that John O'Keefe is not conversing with Higgy Bear straight away. He's really talking with Brian Albert a whole lot more. Let's speed up the video here.
There was Higgins brushing his neck, if you saw that. I know it went by really fast.
Recall that Brian Albert told the officers that he wasn't that familiar with John O'Keefe. However, we're seeing a long conversation directly between John O'Keefe and Brian Albert. That's Higgy Bear showing both Brian Albert and John O'Keefe something on his phone. Nothing looks nefarious at this point. All right, let's speed it up a little bit. We moved ahead to 12:26, and both Brian Albert and John O'Keefe are still talking. And finally, at 12:27, John walks away. But any claim that Brian Albert had no idea who John O'Keefe was or wasn't really familiar with him at this particular time is probably not accurate, because they were speaking for over 25 minutes. It's now 11:28. If you look up to the right, that Karen Reed show is in full effect. She's very animated around old Higgy Bear.
Center the text. Infamous text.
And there's Brian Patrick Higgins opening his phone with his Face ID. Most likely there was no possible way he could ever butt dial anyone if he had opened his phone using his face.
Well.
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 It's now 11:31, and Brian Patrick Higgins, old Higgy Bear, just sent the infamous text, well. Let's see if Karen responds. Higgy Bear opens his phone and looks down at it. Let's see if she responded.
She didn't respond.
Damn it.
Oh my God, Terry.
And there's Karen directly in front of Higgy Bear.
Crap.
She didn't respond.
And there's Brian Albert tapping Brian Higgins' ass for some reason.
See, there's the ass.
There's Higgy checking his phone again. Let's see if she responded.
She didn't respond.
There's Higgy checking his phone again. Maybe Karen did respond.
She didn't respond.
Damn it. Karen has now made her way over and positioned herself right in front of old Higgy Bear. Let's see how he reacts.
Yeah, I talked about this yesterday, Carrie, a lot. That you cannot butt dial with a smartphone. Your butt, even if you were to program your butt for your facial recognition, which you can't do, but let's say you could, your butt cannot then open the phone app, click contacts, and hit call. Or call from your missed call log or whatever. And then hang up when the voicemail picks up because no voicemails were left, right? Right. Your phone cracked from dropping it? Oh, shit. I hate when that happens. I can't tell you how many times I've had to get iPhone screens fixed in the past, but I've been very good about using cases now, thankfully.
Karen is now standing right in front of Higgy Bear. It's almost like they're alone, but he's still not making the move to talk to her. Higgy stands there all by himself. Karen is very animated. Higgy checks his phone again.
She didn't respond.
And watch this. Jen McCabe walks by Higgy Bear in her coat, and all of a sudden he looks up and he sees Karen, and look what Higgy Bear does with his hood. He places it over his head, and there is a huge psychological reason that a male ape would do this in this situation. One of the potential reasons is called the beacon effect. It sends a signal to Karen Reed that he's leaving, and now's her time to either speak to him or forever hold her peace. Another potential psychological reason that Higgy Bear put his hood up is to show that he's pouting and to entice Karen Reed to come over and comfort him.
She didn't respond.
Damn it, neither my text or putting my hood up did anything to get her attention. What else could I do? 11:42, and they just turned the lights on and Karen's still ignoring me. Who is this broad blocking my view of Karen? Get out of the way.
Where are you still?
She's right across me. She's still not paying any attention. I don't know if it's the 12 Jameson and Ginger speaking, but Brian's ass looks pretty good. Let me just check my phone. Maybe she responded.
She didn't respond.
What the hell is your problem? I'm literally right next to you, Karen. I have no idea what Proctor's talking about. That ass looks fine.
Weird Fall River accent, though. No ass.
I see you're playing that I'm having way more fun than you are game. I can do that as well. She's still not looking at me.
She didn't respond.
Old Higgy Bear is so close to Karen now. He put his foot up on the bar stool and opens his entire body up to her. Let's see if it works.
She didn't respond.
What the fuck do I have to do to get this girl's attention? Hey, that's Karen practice fighting. How come Lally didn't question me about that? All right, finally, she's backing up next to me. It's about time. Maybe I'll try putting my hood up again. Damn, she wasn't looking. Maybe if I glance over at her, no one will ever see. She is so close, and I don't care what Proctor says. That ass looks good enough to ignore that weird Fall River accent. Well, I'm standing right here. You're going to talk to Brian Albert? Hello, I'm right here. And there it is. After all this time, Karen Reed playfully pushes Brian Higgins' arm while laughing and looking straight into his face. She definitely acknowledged him at that bar. And this changes everything. All the questioning by Alan Jackson with regard to whether or not Karen Reed ignored him at the bar is completely irrelevant.
Let's watch it real quick. Is it? Yeah, I'm assuming. Hold on. Damn it. I missed the verdict after watching that freaking ridiculous trial. Hold on.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you once again for your service in this matter. As I indicated at the outset of the trial, jury service is one of the most important functions that members of a free society are asked to perform. At this point, I will excuse you.
Come on, you stupid thing. Here we go. How do I get rid of the chat? Oh, well, I'm not looking at the chat. I just want to hear it. I can only assume he's going to be found guilty. I mean, if they were to find him not guilty, I think there would be like a... What the hell? Where is the verdict? Damn it. I don't want to take it from Broken Baker. Oh, there we go. Oh, geez, oh, Pete.
Around 4:40, so just about 4.
Okay, I got it. I think.
Word that there was a verdict around 4:40, so just about 4 minutes ago. Oh, as you can see right now, they are actually bringing back in Dale into court. This is a live look right now of the courthouse.
Left side of the screen.
You can see Dale sitting down waiting for this verdict. Again, we're only about a few seconds away from having this verdict read from the jury. This is 8 hours after deliberations. We are going to listen to see if the judge is going to come in and wait for this verdict to be read from the jurors.
Yeah, real interesting dynamic that unfolded over the weekend. Well, we're going to let you listen in. We understand that they invited the family, got that. We'll let you listen
That
in.
defense attorney was such a snot. I tell you, oh my God.
The jury does have a verdict. A couple of things to address on the record before we bring the jurors in. First is that we did Friday, I spoke with the attorneys, they agreed that rather than bring the jury back into the courtroom, the court would just read the publicity instruction to them in the jury room, and I did that. We've also had several questions from the jurors. I had discussed those with the attorneys. We agreed on a response, and that was given to them in a response on the note that they had passed to the court. Is that all accurate?
Yes, Your Honor.
Sure.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. At this point, we will be bringing the jury in to deliver the verdict. But first, I'd like to say that the jury has spent more than 5 weeks being selected, listening to testimony, and deliberating on this matter. They have shown a great commitment to our system of justice. They are going to render a verdict, and that is their job. I will not allow them to be subjected to any disturbance. This matter is very important, obviously, to the people of the state of Michigan, to Mr. Warner, and to Ms. Warner's family. Regardless of what that verdict is, I will not tolerate any outbursts, remarks made, or otherwise undignified behavior. If that does occur, the person responsible will be removed from the courtroom, or depending on the severity, taken into custody, and there will be contempt proceedings to address any violation of this order. Everyone must maintain control of their emotions. If you do not, or you do not think you'll be able to, you should take this opportunity to step outside of the courtroom. Because again, I will not subject the jury to any form of harassment. Are the people ready to receive the verdict?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ready to receive the verdict?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, once again, live here in the studio as they bring the jurors back in. Obviously, our cameras are not going to show that. But the one thing I was alluding to before the judge started speaking here, Kaylee, is we had an interesting dynamic play out Friday when one of the jurors had an emergency, did not know if that juror was going to return. The jury has now been seated.
Let's see this verdict from the jury.
You may be seated. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, would the foreperson of the jury, without telling me what the verdict is, let me know whether in fact you have reached a verdict? We have. You pass that to the bailiff, please. Madam Clerk, would you please read the verdict?
Members of the jury, listen to your verdict as recorded. You do say upon your oaths that you find the defendant, Dale Warner, as to count 1, guilty of second-degree murder. As to count 2, guilty of tampering with evidence.
Oh, hang
So
that
say you,
head
Mr.
of
Foreperson.
yours. You're guilty.
So say you, members of the jury.
No way. Sorry.
Would either the people or the defense wish to have the jury poll?
Yes, please, Your Honor.
Madam Clerk, would you please poll the jurors?
I will call you by seat number as you are seated in the jury box. If you agree with the verdict, you will say yes. If you disagree with the verdict, you will say no. Seat number 1.
Yes.
Seat number 3.
Yes.
Seat number 4.
Yes.
Seat number 6.
Yes.
Seat number 7.
Yes.
Seat number 8.
Yes.
Seat number 9.
Yes.
Seat number 10.
Yes.
Seat number 12.
Yes.
Seat number 13.
Yes.
Seat number 15.
Yes.
Seat number 16.
Yes.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you once again for your service in this matter.
All right, guys. If you didn't watch that trial, I'll be honest, it wasn't very intriguing. But besides the fact that the defense attorney really didn't put on a defense, she asked a bunch of questions that you're sitting there going, why are you asking this shit? Like it just made no sense. He is now guilty, found guilty of unaliving his wife, Dee Warner. May she rest in peace and have some justice now. The prosecutor talked as slow as Tuesday. Took her a week to get to her point, and that was about it. Anyways, Rat House Media, Danny is going live, or already is live, maybe as of 4 minutes ago. I don't know if it's 5:30 or 6 o'clock he was going live. I didn't see the exact time. Jeannie, I'm going to read your message and send you a message back, so watch for that in the Discord if you're still here, and I will see you all in the chats. Now, if you're still here, and if I am awake tonight, I was thinking about doing a late night after TB for some just casual psych stuff. Who knows? Or just shoot the shit late night, because I'm going to try and stay awake to keep my schedule back, try to get my schedule a little back on track. Maybe just have a little fun. I'm not sure. Just keep your eyes open, and I will see you guys all soon. Have a great one, everyone. Bye.